All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp, and we are back. The first Friday in several months. We've had some Tomfoolery streams. We've had some retro TV time travel streams. But here we are. Back on a Friday. And I missed my needle drop prompt, but we'll hit it like I didn't mess it up. Hello, everyone. My name is Swamp. Is this music copyrighted? I don't know. Am I actively pirating right now without knowing it? Illegal downloading, inappropriate for all ages. Stop. I don't need to hear it again. I blame them and this ad for why piracy, digital piracy, became so popular. You know, nothing was cooler at that time than that ad. I mean, that was all the coolness. The edits, the text. I mean, it was just great. So if they didn't want you to do it, why did they make it look so damn cool? That's what I don't understand. Anyway, here we are. That was from 2004. Feels like it was in the 90s, but I tend to forget how pretty much the 2000s was kind of an extension of the 90s in a lot of ways. It seems like something major should have shifted once we hit 2000, but we kind of kept rolling for the 90s with an extra decade. And then since then, it's just been arrested development where we've just produced nothing of value at all. I challenge anybody to debate me on that because I don't think we've produced anything of value since the 2000s. I think that's about it. What was I talking about? All right. So we are here. I've been working a lot out in the field, which if you know anything about me is actually true. It's not a bit for the channel. Actually, nothing is really a bit for the channel. It actually, I look like this in real life, and my house looks like this too. So it's actually pretty spot on. I don't have a stone toss hat, though. I really wish I did. Yeah, I've been beat, man. And what I've been doing is on Thursdays, doing Theater Thursdays and streaming on Discord, where we watch something like Judged, an episode of something, and then we watch a movie. So if you want to join that, we're going to do that after this stream instead of yesterday, since obviously I didn't do it yesterday. So if you want to join the Discord and come and watch that, that is a Theater Thursday, Theater Friday. No mics are on, no interruptions. We're just going to watch stuff. Maybe after the features are done, I'll turn the mics on. But for the actual, if you just want to watch movies, you can join in the chat during the movie or just watch the movie. So anyway, is it still Pride Month? Is Pride Month over? Are we only a week in? To celebrate our continuing Pride Month, I thought that we should start off with, some gay stuff, because I mean that's what we're here for. And who better to start it with than the immortal Norm Macdonald?
I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade, and I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son." You know, and so I was saying that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know, it's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered, I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging, you know, at work like they're, "Hey, Bill, you know, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, you know. A first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and oh yeah, he loves cock. You know? This kid, he can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass. This kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show it to you.
To watch the maturation of you as an artist, to realize it took you 9.5 minutes to get around to the sucking cock stuff. It's beautiful to see you comfortable in your own skin, Normie. All right.
You really can't argue with that. The absurdity. It's right in everyone's face, just like the gay son that they're proud of. You know, I don't have to make the joke. I'll let Norm be really crass about it. So that was obviously quite a while ago when that was aired. So we've been dealing with this for a long time. Let's catch up now in 2024 and see exactly how Pride Month is going. Because clearly we've had people, voices of reason like Norm Macdonald, pointing out how stupid this is. And it's gotten way worse since then, obviously. So let's check in 2024. Let's see how Pride Month is going. Maybe they took the criticism from the 90s and said, well, you know what? They're right. We're being a little bit too ridiculous about this. Let's tone it down. Maybe that's what they did. Spoiler alert, that is not what they did at all.
I met that dancing bear out here in front of the WeHo. Oh my gosh.
What has been your favorite part of this event so far?
I loved going out there and seeing all the kids.
We don't need to spend too much time on it, but this is going on. This is probably the most tame thing you'll actually see from the West Hollywood Pride Parade. And what is the guy the most happy about?
So far.
I loved going out there and seeing all the kids.
So I don't know if you guys remember, a long time ago, like last year, there's no kids there. Kids are not at inappropriate things like this. This is crazy. That doesn't happen. But now we've spent, since last Pride, and people were pointing out how ridiculous it is that there's kids there, which I've been talking about on this channel for, well, now it's been 3 years. Wow. Since we're 3 years old now. I've been talking about this for 3 years. Obviously, many more people have been talking about it longer than I have, but just last Pride, when you brought this up, it was always, nuh-uh, you bigots, that's not happening. And now, in the quickest turnaround of it's not happening to it's happening and it's good, here we are. What are you most happy about? The kids being here. That's what I'm most happy about. Even just 2 months ago, you were trying to convince me that kids were not there. And now it's the thing you're most happy about, that there are kids there. So here we go. It's good times. We are living in the greatest age of man. This is fantastic. Don't forget to like the stream. So we're going to go for about an hour, so until about 8, and then join the Discord, as I said, so you can hang out for the feature film. Feels weird the way I said. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to watch a movie. Normally we do it every Thursday. We're going to do it today because I was tired. And I'm exhausted right now, too. I was out all day again. on the tractor, which is not a euphemism. I know it's Pride Month, but it's not a euphemism. Well, Tadpole, in my time zone, it is 7:17. So we're gonna go till about 8, so 9 your time. And then I'll give it a break so people can have time to join the Discord, and then we'll start around 8:30, 9:30 your time, Tadpole. And then we'll go, we'll watch. What we've been doing is watching Judged by Matt Walsh and then watching a movie. So we'll watch, maybe we'll watch Judged, or maybe we'll watch something else. Usually watch, some shows, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then watch a movie. So that's what we'll do. All right, moving on. Keeping with the theme, it already feels like it's been Pride Month for 6 years. And well, I guess technically it has, but this Pride Month's only been a week. If you remember, last Tomfoolery Tuesday, we talked about the vicious hate crime felony of somebody putting tire tracks on a pride flag in the middle of the road. Which, again, do we have to pretend to be upset about this every time? The first time, I think that maybe, and I mean like maybe, they could drum up some hysteria the first time it happened. But doesn't this happen like every 4 or 5 weeks? I mean, like for the last like 2 or 3 years? I swear I've been reporting on this same story. Or I've been covering this same thing for about 3 years. for however long the channel's been going. But it has happened again, you guys, which is just crazy. So it says here, on Wednesday night, just a few hours after Spokane repainted the LGBTQ plus Pride mural, 3 teens left scooter marks there. So I think this is the same one that we talked about on Tuesday. Or was it last Tuesday? Last week? I don't remember. But the one where it was the guy who was like drunk in a Subaru or something doing donuts over the pride flag. So they repainted it, and then immediately a bunch of teenagers came and screwed it up. And so the original guy who did it being charged with a felony. They tried to tell you it wasn't a felony. It was a felony. He's being charged with a felony. And so now some teenagers did it, and they are also being charged with a felony. So what a world. What a great Pride Month we're living in. Like I said, haven't I been reporting on this exact thing for 3 years now? But somehow it's still shocking, breaking news, the hatred, the felonies that are being committed. Oh my God, I can't believe it. In the middle of Pride Month, no less.
I just saw this group of teenagers deliberately making marks and scratch marks with their Lime scooters, just all around.
Several witnesses confronted the group and called police.
We're not going to sit by as we watch people deliberately commit a hate crime, right in the middle of downtown.
After looking at security footage, officers arrested 3 teenagers. 2 are minors, and 1 is 19-year-old Ruslan Turco.
You are charged with 1 count malicious mischief.
Turco had his first appearance in court this afternoon. The judge released him.
How does this kid have, I'm assuming this is one of his lawyers. His lawyer looks like alcoholic Gerard Way from 2006 or something. It's a reference that only the weirdos will get because it's really sad that I can make that reference. But if you get it, you get it. All right.
Under the condition he doesn't go near the crosswalk or the other teenagers.
Look at that. That's the felony. Look at that. That's the felony. That's not even as bad as the other guy who did it. I mean, that's take a pressure washer. You don't even need a pressure. You could probably go out there with a spray bottle and a sponge and clean that off in about 40 minutes. That's a felony charge. A felony charge. Wow.
Prosecutors, though, had asked the judge to set a $15,000 bond since that's how much it costs to repaint the mural.
The community really came together to raise the money for them to be able to do it before the parade on Saturday.
Now this vandalism just hours after that repaint and only a few weeks after someone else set fire to the mural.
It sucks to be.
Oh, so this isn't the same one, which bolsters my claim that haven't I been talking about this for 3 years? This keeps happening, and they keep acting like it's a shame that the community did the community come together, or was it you and your gay friends that did something stupid? And should this person right now who's driving across the mural, are they going to be charged with a hate crime? Because what if they're driving and they accidentally smudge the mural as well? Is that a hate crime? They're just driving on it. You put it on the street. This is what are what are we doing, you guys? What are we doing? All right, thank you, Catherine. We got the first super chat of the evening, and I'm still not up to my old caliber of. I forgot to set it up again. So here, let's set it up right now. Let's go. Super chat jukebox.
My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go.
There we go. It worked. I mean, you got to see a little behind the scenes insider baseball where you got to see the play button for a second. I hope that doesn't ruin the experience for you. I would think that Alex Jones singing would be enough. Is the audio messing up? YouTube is telling me that the audio is not working properly. But YouTube tells me a lot of things. YouTube tells me that I'm a hateful bigot who wants to genocide people. So... And I'm not saying I'm not, but the people that I want to genocide they're incorrect about. So that makes them wrong on all counts, if you ask me. All right. Well, as long as it's working, they send me all kinds of weird things, and I get updates. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Moving on. This isn't necessarily Pride Month related, though I feel like it is. Because Pride is stupid and this is stupid. Ipso facto, they're identical. They're the same thing. They've made this modern LGBTQIA2S plus so stupid that I think anything that's stupid, I can pretty much just go, well, that's gay. Which really is me going back to middle school. And anytime you saw something stupid in middle school, you said, well, that's gay. We've come full circle. Actually, you know what? I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort to make it all come full circle. So here we go. I guess I'm going to have to turn the sound off at a certain point on this video, probably pretty quick, because it plays this copyrighted song and they always get on my ass about everything. Every little thing. What? A little copyrighted music, a little hate speech. Suddenly they got to take down the stream. It's pretty ridiculous. What, 1 or 6 racial slurs and suddenly I can't stream anymore? It's ridiculous. But if you haven't seen it, ladies and gentlemen, and especially the gentlemen, I'm about to show you what has been crowned Miss Alabama. Keep it together, guys. Keep it together, because it's hot. It's hot.
So just being with my family, seeing their smiling faces, even their present makes me really happy.
The time we stood with our shaking hands.
All right, this stupid Taylor Swift music, but look at that. Looking great. You know, if this was what 2014, 2015, this would be super ultra inspiring and brave. Why do I feel like we're going backwards in the woke time continuum? I thought the whole beautiful in any size was something that they'd moved past, because now, now it's men who win female beauty pageants, so they pushed past that. I guess we're going back. This is regression. Actually, I'm thinking about this just now. This is modern conservatism. These are the people who, and this isn't even a bit. I'm actually just thinking about this right now. This is the kind of thing that at those terrible conservative right-wing conventions that are supposed to be for young people, this is what they would be celebrating there, where they have the gay strippers and the drag queens. They'd be saying, yes, back to a real American conservative values, and a morbidly obese woman wins Miss Alabama. Come on. Is it just me? That's gotta be. I can't believe I didn't think of it before. It's pretty hilarious. So, Don, this is going to totally change entirely what I had planned for this. Now that I've thought about this, this is the thing I ripped on Tomfoolery Tuesday. The conservative men's conference. Remember that? Or no, that was on Monday for the birthday stream. The conservative men's this is the kind of crap that they would celebrate and be like, well, she's too much woman for you. We're conservative right wingers. Here, let's learn more about this. Let's do it. Let's learn a little more. I'm sure it's beautiful and brave.
A woman from Atmore is living her dream, representing the state of Alabama in the National American Miss Program. WKRG News.
Man, look at wow. Look at the 7 women on stage right there. Sorry, I mean the 5 women on stage right there. Wow. Imagine being that woman on the right in the pink dress who actually looks like some fairy tale princess. I don't know who this is, but I mean, she looks gorgeous. Let's see if we can, if I zoom. Yeah, you can kind of see it. But genuinely, could you imagine being that woman and they tell you, the short fat lady really just, she brought it and you didn't in this beauty pageant. The news anchor with the terrible nose job would be a better person to win than whatever. Sure. All right, let's go.
5 Summer Pool introduces us to this inspiring young woman.
What is that? What is that? All right, turn the music back on. This is what your super chats pay for. We're going to enhance. We have the technology. What is that? What is going on here? I have no idea. What is this? What am I looking at? It's a front butt. Sorry, we're only 13 seconds in. All right, I'll let it play now.
A crowning achievement, 8 years in the making. Sarah Milliken of Atmore has competed in the National American Miss program since she was 15.
I competed once as a junior teen when I was 15, again as a teen when I was 16, and not placing, that was really, really hard.
Now at 23, the famous saying rings true, third time's a charm.
Just being able to come back 8 years later and say, okay, I didn't give up on this dream, and now because I didn't give up on it, I get to be the next Miss Alabama and wear this crown for a year.
The purpose of the National American Miss program is to grow confidence and foster.
Let's take a second. Look at these women that are here. Apparently, I guess on the what is the website for this? Wow, they're trying to look attractive. And then we have you got Gorbachuka, who's about to go back to her place under the bridge and try to consume the people who walk over said bridge very, very shortly. But you know what I mean? This actually seems like we've gone backwards in the wokeness time continuum, because wasn't this what the big thing was in 2015, 2016? It's 2024. A fat white lady? Hey, if this isn't a black fat lady or a man who's Asian or white but dresses like a woman, then what are we doing here? This seems like white privilege, honestly, and fat privilege at this point, because it's just gotten so out of control. It's fat privilege. We get it. Fat people get stuff given to them for free, like food. And here they are, winning awards. Where's our betters in the news media and the Hollywood elite telling us that this is not right? Because it should have been a man in a dress or Lizzo. What is this?
Crown for a year.
The purpose of the National American Miss program is to grow confidence and foster a positive self-image. Contestants range in age from 4 to 24. Milliken hopes to send a message to all girls and young women, not just those who compete in pageants.
I hope that they learn that no matter what your body looks like, no matter where you come from, you can do anything that you set your mind to. You know, I didn't think that it was possible for a plus-size girl to win. I didn't think it was possible for a girl from small-town Alabama to win.
Getting that win took a lot of hard work.
I worked literally every single day for 365 days. There wasn't a day that I wasn't practicing my on-stage speech or my introduction, interview.
And Milliken says what you see.
There's so many things to be said about this, and I'm just going to let it go. We're not going to finish this clip because it's just, wow, holy shit. But, you know, okay, to not retread the ground that every other, streamer, commentator is going to say about this, isn't it actually ridiculous and maybe even more offensive that she's implying that ever in the history of beauty pageants that your speech is what mattered? Instead of the speech being a thing that has been well known as the, wow, she's going to say the dumbest shit you've ever heard in your life. But damn, that's a good looking woman. And of course, a woman wouldn't say like that. A woman say, but she's beautiful, right? Whatever, the womanly thing to say. But, right? She said, I've been practicing for a year my speech. More offensive than all the fatness and this stupidity is the implication that when you're saying you've been practicing your speech as if that mattered at all, that you're implying that in the history of beauty pageants, speeches were important. And I can't abide that. That is just, it's out of control. Honestly, it's just completely out of control. As is her eating. And I needed that. Honestly, I needed that segment because I put on a few pounds. Not that many pounds. Wasn't able to work for a little while. You guys are tired of me hearing me say it. Few surgeries was, laid up. So I put on some weight. Now I feel better. Been losing weight, got back into my old pants, as they keep saying it. You know how it works. When you're trying to diet, you have to keep telling everybody else about it because that's keeps you going. But this is good. This is good. And if you're watching this stream and you're thinking, well, I'm that fat, this should be good for you too. Because you should look at it and say, well, damn. I could become Miss Alabama. Really, I feel like it's an anomaly that she's white. It's just really... There must not have been any trans people, and the black people must have actually been attractive. Like, the black women must have actually been thin and attractive, so they had to go with a fat white lady. That's what they do now, is go for the least attractive person in the group. You know, that's how they do it. All right, moving on. Moving on to the race portion. So we got rid of our we did our LGBTQ Pride Month. Here's something I think is an interesting story. If you've not seen anything about this, so there was this video that went viral of this guy who was in court on a Zoom call. In a Zoom meeting, but I guess they do court virtually now, still after COVID. No one knows why, because I don't know. But it was this guy, and it went viral because they're saying, "Oh, you're on a suspended license, and you're literally streaming while you're driving your car." And so this went viral where they're saying, "How stupid is this guy? He's driving while he's streaming in this meeting, you know, for his court date or whatever." And his license suspended. What an idiot. Yes, that is stupid. But we've had a twist in the story that is really irritating the hell out of me because it makes it worse. Yet people are acting like it makes it better in saying the state was the stupid one in this. So let me clarify this. This I've got a post pulled up here from somebody who is, what do you call him? A conservative right-wing personality. I don't know. There's been a lot of this sentiment where, so it turns out the guy never even had a license. So he was being yelled at for they thought was a suspended license, but he's never had a license. So they're claiming that the fact that he was driving a car was not really stupid because he's never had a license in the first place. So it's just ridiculous that they would. This isn't ridiculous. He's actually he was actually on point. So it's this guy saying, Michigan man who went viral for tuning into, what a weird way to say it, tuning into court. I feel like we're in Futurama. Tuning into court while driving has been arrested again as his case takes another turn. And this conservative person says, "Free my man." Initially, it was thought that Corey Harris, who's the driver, was driving on a suspended license. Then it was believed there was a clerical error. So there's actually been quite a few supposedly right-wing conservative whatever people saying, like, "Oh, he was driving on a suspended license. He never even had a license." That makes it worse. How do you not get this? That makes it worse. So it wasn't suspended. He's never had a license. He shouldn't have been driving it. Anyway, let's just watch the clip. And I wasn't even going to touch this whole thing with a 10-foot pole anyway because it was so stupid, because this guy was obviously so stupid. But now I have to talk about it because there's apparently conservatives and right-wingers out there saying, like, it's the state. The state was the one who screwed up, not him. The guy was driving his car. He was driving his car in a court Zoom call, which, to begin with, whether he even had a license or not, is retarded. Straight to jail. You telling me you're calling in, you have a court date, and even though it's virtual, you have a court date, and you're like driving through Burger King, just look with the phone mounted on your thing on your dashboard, straight to jail. Don't even care what the charges are. But then, no, he wasn't driving on a suspended license. He never had a license to begin with. The state screwed up. Ugh. What does the world come to? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
I'll consider that withdrawn due to the substitution and you have an appearance.
Let me make it very clear, based upon what the court looked at, he has never had a Michigan license, ever, and has never had a license in the other 49 states and commonwealths that form up this great union. He has never had a license.
But how do we go forward? And that's why I'm here, to sort of minimize. You okay? Can he did get into an accident. May he sit down? May he please, Your Honor?
First of all, already hate it. Are you okay? Oh, Your Honor, he's hurt. Oh, he got in an accident. Did he get in an accident while he was driving through KFC while he was supposed to be doing his virtual court date? At least they got him in the courtroom this time. Jesus Christ. This is straight to jail. I don't even care what it is. Straight to jail.
Clear. Part of the reason I'm also doing this is because I think he was warned and released, didn't take care of it. And secondly, this has been out there for 9 years.
9 years.
Well, I did not know about it, Your Honor. Okay. So.
This is his lawyer? Well, I didn't know about that, Your Honor.
There is not a doubt in my mind that that's true. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
We'll see you in August.
Okay, thank you.
Defendant is remanded on the Allen Park warrant. So you go in the mail. So at this point, it's bond.
So, I've seen more than one supposed right-winger, MAGA, conservative, blah, blah, saying, Corey Harris didn't do nothing. Didn't do nothing. He didn't even have a license at the time. You got to be kidding me. If the crime that you were suspected of, which was driving on a suspended license, while for whatever the initial crime was, that was a part of that, and it turns out that you were committing another active crime that was worse than the original crime that you've supposedly had 9 years to fix, that doesn't negate that you've committed a crime. What it means is you've now committed a worse crime and you should go straight to jail. Minimum of a year, and then when you get out a year later, we'll discuss how retarded you are. That's what needs to happen here. And my sentencing from my bench here has gotten more extreme over the last 3 years, but that's because everyone's gotten so retarded and the laws have gotten so lax. I'm sorry, it's the only way to fix it. When he was on the Zoom call, calling into, it's just ridiculous. It feels like I'm watching Futurama. It seems like something would happen in Futurama. When he calls into his digital court date, driving the car, that he's got his phone on his phone holder on his dashboard, and he's driving. The judge should have just said immediately, yeah, I'm not even going to look at what the charges are. Where are you? Officers are on the way. You're going to spend the next year in jail. You have zero respect for the court. You have zero respect for the law. Obviously, straight to jail. And then in a year, you are welcome to come back in front of the court, and we will discuss the charges that we were here to discuss today, and then we can talk about it then. Otherwise, straight to jail. It's like the times that I've been in court over the years, and you see some guy walk in for like domestic violence, like battery of his girlfriend, and he comes in wearing like someone who's coming in, he's facing potentially 10 years in jail, in prison. And he comes in wearing gym shorts and a wife beater. Sorry, sir. You do not get a trial. We're not even going to discuss it. Straight to jail. And a year from now, we will do this again. Straight to jail. And when you come back, we will provide you with some decent clothing and we'll try again. Until then, jail, 1 year. It's over. Happy Pride Month. I don't know. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Okay. Make sure you like the stream. Join the Discord if you want to watch the movie later. Link to the Discord is in the description. At least I think it is. Should be. It was once upon a time. I'm gonna here. I was gonna play something. I'm gonna play this first. So if you've been hanging out for the last few streams, you know I've talked about the Auslander Raus chants from Germany, and then I brought up in the UK they were chanting Allah, Allah, who the fuck is Allah? So Auslander Raus being foreigners out. Deutschland des Deutschen, Germany for Germans, and then obviously Allah, Allah, who the fuck is Allah? We have a third one to join to the team here in France. We got a new one. We need a new remix. We still haven't gotten a remix for the Allah, Allah, who the fuck is Allah, which I think we should have gotten. But we have a third one now from the French. And I think it also deserves a remix. I think this is going to lead into the next story, I promise. So yeah, they're French, so they say it funny, but Islam out of France. So we got Auslander Raus, we got Allah, Allah, who the fuck is Allah, and Islam out of France. Things are looking up, you guys. I'm telling you. Things are looking up. At least with the people, things are looking up. Our governments are totally screwed up. The globalists are totally screwing us. But, at least amongst the people, it seems to be looking up. So that leads me into the next story that I want to talk about, which was the main actress from the new Star Wars movie talking to none other than the immortal Trevor Noah about the new show and saying, the goal was to make white people cry. So I guess that's. I promise it'll all fit together once I finish playing these three clips. So I played the Auslander Raus, Allah, Allah, who the fuck is Allah, Islam out of France. So we're having some issues here. Some anti-white sentiment is now bubbling over where people are finally saying, screw you, get the hell out of my country. And then we have this going on in our country. I promise it's all gonna make sense here in a second, or it might not, but we'll try.
When people watch The Hate You Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone has a slightly different feeling.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal. It was the goal.
When people watch
First of all, it's just ridiculous. Even if you felt that this was your... Say you are someone who really hates white people, wouldn't Trevor Noah reacting this way? Look at it. I mean, good God. If I told a joke and someone laughed like this and did this, I would assume that this guy's mocking me. He's making fun of me.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal.
Okay. So what we're seeing here is those stupid white people. We hate those white people. The white people, screw those white, get out of here, white people. So what happens when white people, or not even white people, just a white person finally says, okay, fine, okay, sure, yeah, yeah, bye. No, yeah, you're right. It's over. You've been telling me for the last 25 years that you don't like me. So, okay, yeah, fine. Fine. Bye. What does that look like? Because there's this arrogance. It was made to make white people cry. Screw the white guys. And then what happens when a white person says, you know what? Yeah, actually, yes, totally agree. You should get out of here. Bye. They're laughing as if, oh yeah, the white man. It's make them uncomfortable. Well, how do they react when the white person says, sure thing, brother. Sure thing, my brother.
He keeps starting stuff.
You turn our music back up.
He said that's why my people don't like you people. Ignore his ass, y'all. That's what he wants.
Yeah, make him leave.
Go back to Detroit.
So we got the white guy here. Notice right at the beginning, all these black people are freaking out. It's like, man, screw them, turn up the music, man, blah, blah. They've been causing problems. And finally this happens.
Go to Southfield. You're welcome in Southfield. You're welcome in Detroit. We don't want to fucking live around you people.
So he says the thing. There.
Southfield. You're welcome in Southfield. You're welcome in Detroit. We don't want to fucking live around you people.
Go back to Detroit. Go back to whatever, Southfield, whatever. We don't want to live around you people. So these are the people that do stuff like, the point was to make white people cry. The point was to make white people uncomfortable. We don't screw the white people. And then so they act that way in public. And then the white guy finally says, you know what? Fine. I don't want to live around you. Screw you. And this is the reaction. They want to kick his ass. He's scary. They want to kick his ass. They're saying, look how dangerous. You can already see from the very beginning of this clip, they were openly antagonizing him, saying, turn up the music, screw him, blah, blah. And he's finally like, screw you guys. And then, oh, what? No, what? You're not allowed to say that. You can't say that. No. Listen, white boy, you're supposed to just take our ridicule and our attacks and our disrespect. You're just supposed to take that. You don't take it? Racism! Racism! They jump on the, you people? But he said, you people? Man, this is scary. This is scary. That's literally what she said. I'm not just being racist. I mean, I am being racist, but it's not all that I'm doing.
We don't want to fucking live around you people.
You people? You people? Who is you?
He's scary.
He's scary.
He bleeding. He leaking.
He's bleeding. They literally assault him when he says, you know what? Fine. I don't want to live around you people. You hate me? Screw you then too. I don't want to live around you. They assault him and say, he's scary. What do you mean, you people? I can't help but notice a discrepancy here. It seems like something funky's going on. Something strange is happening.
When people watch The Hate You Give, what do you want them to walk away with? Because I know everyone has a slightly different feeling.
Well, I mean, white people crying actually was the goal.
We want to openly antagonize you. Oh, what? You're not just going to take it? Well, one of us is going to stab you in the neck, and then we're going to say you're the one being racist and causing problems. So that's a hell of a thing. That is what hell of a way to live. This is things are going great. I just love it. All right, we got a few minutes left before I'm going to move over to the Discord. Let's. I can I can go over this clip on a different stream. I did want to make sure I went over this as the. Well, I do have a palate cleanser. I always have to have a palate cleanser at the end of the stream. But before we get there, I did want to play this and talk about this. It's sad, important, and actually related to the previous segment. So here we go. From Fox News, the 80th anniversary of D-Day. This is a pretty interesting and telling, I guess you'd call it, interview.
All right, so I want to introduce you to another World War II veteran who joined us here in Normandy today. And obviously, this is the 80th anniversary. His name is Rondo Scharf, and he lied about his age to join the military. He was 16 years old, and he ended up fighting at that age on Iwo Jima. He's now 4 months shy of 97. He says he knows how lucky he is to be here today. You know, when you're in this environment and you're with so many other veterans, does it take you back, all of you, and how do you relate to each other? How does it feel to see other people who understand your history?
Well, the only ones you get along with or that can understand you is if you're a combat vet. Like I've got PTSD, I've had it all my life, and it'll never go away till you're gone. And, you know, as long as the people remember that the vets are still around, the guys feel good about it. You know, because there's some of the memories are good, some are bad, some are happy, some are sad. And so, I mean, that's all part of life.
You know, Rondo, we've talked to you before, and a lot of our viewers know your story. But for those who don't, you signed up at 16. You broke the rules to get in early. Why did you do that?
Well, you know, I didn't care much for high school. Put in a couple of weeks in high school, went down, we tried to get in all the different services. Yeah. We had some Linko bleach, and we tried messing with our birth certificates to make them older. Didn't work out. The guy says, hey, come back in a couple of years, kid. Yeah. So my sister gets married, and I spared a bunch of baptismal certificates off the altar. And
you stole baptismal certificates at your sister's wedding?
Yeah. It was like a birth certificate.
Yeah.
You can make it any age you wanted.
Right.
And I told Mom and Dad, I says, they won't be sending me overseas till I'm probably 18 or 19 or something. Yeah. 3 months, I was gone. So,
at 16?
Yeah, at 16.
So at 16, you were the coxswain on a Higgins boat that was going onto the beach at Iwo.
Right, LCBP. Yeah.
And what happened there?
Well, 9 o'clock in the morning was a bright sunny day. I had it full throttle with the engine, and we hit something. I went over the top of the wheel, split open my sternum, busted my nose, knocked some teeth out, and I couldn't breathe. And I kept telling myself, I'm 16, I can't be having a heart attack. And that's what I thought I was having, a heart attack. But by the time I ended up on the tank deck down below me, and they pulled me up on the beach and wait for the medics to come and work you over, get some adrenaline, and that pretty much took care of that. The first time I got real close to a person that was dead, they dragged me through. This one guy who was cut in half, and I'm talking to myself, I'm saying, what the hell am I doing here, you know? Get me through this. It's all history, and I'm glad I'm here. I feel bad about not having some of my buddies with me, because the one time I was at the cemetery and I was looking for a couple of my bros that I lost. And I looked down, I see him, I Nick DiGiacomo and Frank Salata, a couple of spaghetti benders, Italian guys. And I said, you know, guys, I says, I've had a chance to raise a family, enjoy life. Why don't I go down there and you guys come up? And I'm just like I'm talking to you right now. I'm looking down at him, and Frank was kind of a heavy-set guy. I says, yeah, I says, you guys come up and enjoy a little bit of life, and I'll go back down there, but don't take anything over 72 hours. I says, I want to come back up. So it's realistic. I dream of that an awful lot, just that way. But your dreams are something, you know, your mind, your eyes take the picture of the world. Your mind kind of devours it, and the rest of it, you're just lucky to be where you're at today. And you feel sorry for my brothers who can't be here today.
God bless them. And you help other people remember their service, and I know that's really important to you. You talk very openly about the struggles that you had with PTSD. When you came back from the war, that didn't have a name like it does now.
No, it was battle fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah, combat fatigue. Well, I had a buddy, Mel Waldo, and we were real close. And they'd send him down to Danville, Illinois. He says, Rondo, I don't want to go down there. They put him in a straitjacket and shock him. He lasted about 2 years, and that was the end of him. But I mean, you know, it's stuff like that that doesn't go away. It sticks in your brain. You know, people might think you're a little squirrely when you talk about the guys coming back up from the grave, but it's realistic to me. And I'm just lucky. Everybody, you know, a lot of the guys weren't as lucky as I was. And I appreciate every day of it. And I honor all the guys that I'm from the Pacific Theater, but I'm the ETO. I'm just honoring my brothers over here. And hopefully it means something to them. I'll get through to them.
Let me ask you one last question. When you're here with all of these brothers and people who experienced the war as you did, and also the subsequent wars in Korea and Vietnam, what do you think about the state of our country today? How do you feel about the country that you worked so hard to stay free, to keep free?
Now, obviously, you can tell right here from what my channel and streams are usually about is this is where we're going to kind of be telling and hit home whatever kind of cliche you want to use. It makes me really upset, honestly, to listen to the kind of stuff this guy has to say here at this point, because not that there was an amazing, perfect thing that happened in World War II, that these were the, you know, it's not the movies. There wasn't the total like, oh, this was 100%, this was this, and this was right, and this was wrong. And but I do think there is an important thing to be said about lineage, allegiance to one's own nation, you know, your elders, your country. And man, how we've screwed it up is let's just say it's a bummer. Let's just put it that way. Poor guy, man.
Free.
The real truth?
Yeah.
I feel like a foreigner in my own country lots of times, and I don't like it. It makes my heart real heavy. And I just hope we can pull out of this. There's too much Hollywood going on in Washington all the time. The important subjects they don't cover. So the thing is, I hope that I hope all the guys will rally up and we'll go back and straighten it all out.
Do you think 16-year-olds would fake their age as?
Now, as we know, the way that you know, and this isn't a knock on Fox News, even though I will knock on Fox News. Fox News is garbage. But this is in particular is not a knock on Fox News. It's just this is how all news and just in general all media is done. You know, they edited down what he said. I mean, he probably talked for maybe anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes on that, and they chose part of it. I'd be really interested to hear the rest of what he said, because you know for a fact that's just the way that editing works for media, whether it be news or otherwise, interviews. And they can't play everything, so they choose parts. I would love to hear, based on what he said right there, I would love to hear the entirety of what he said, which is actually a huge reason why the mainstream media has been failing, because people would prefer to go and listen to the whole live interview from some podcaster like Tim Pool or something than this edited crap. But imagine what he just said. He feels like a foreigner in his own country, and how Washington's been turned into Hollywood and stuff, which is absolutely right about on both counts of that. You know, he probably talked for like 5 to 10 minutes on that, and we only get this snippet of like 10 seconds, 12 seconds. I'd really like to hear what he said about the rest of it, but here we can finish the last little bit that they actually released.
You did in order to go off and fight for the country today, 16-year-olds today?
No, I don't think so. It was a different generation. Each generation is a little bit different. And I think that all the generations are great, but I think some of the ones they got now are a little lazy. And I think they got to show more pride in their country than they do. I don't like to see that where they'll take a flag and drape it around them, or put it on top of a Jeep or something like that. You got to respect your flag. That's your country. And I'm just hoping I never run into anything where somebody's trying to burn the flag, because I'll stop them right now.
Well, I want to thank you for your service to this country.
And honestly, I mean, you could tell like the whole way, like this, he's genuinely a nice guy. He's a nice old man. You can definitely tell he's a nice old guy. And he's being respectful. And that's something that has gotten so messed up in our country, especially, you know, currently you look around and people talking about just whatever they're talking about, and everything is disrespectful. Everything is how much can I shit on the next person and all this stuff. And I'm not saying comedy or YouTubers or me or Drunken Uncle or the Sinatra or Bearing and stuff. Dude, we're here for the jokes. We're here for the jokes. You know what I do, though, when I actually go out in public? I make sure I don't smell like shit. I look halfway decent. You know? Like, have respect. And I think that a lot of people won't listen to what he said, even in the snippet that Fox News said, is because they don't understand this at all. They just kind of write it off as like this meek little old guy. This guy he's a human being, and he's just from a different era, and he's being respectful because he can't say to you, "You've destroyed my country. What the fuck is wrong with you?" Because that's not the way he was raised. That's not the way that he operates. And so what he can say to you is, I feel like a foreigner in my own country. These younger generations seem really lazy. I don't think that they would step up if they needed to. But because, myself included, we're all so stupid and lazy, we hear that and think that, oh, well, that's an interesting perspective. No, what he's saying is, let's translate it to Gen Z and millennial. And don't worry, I'm not going to use the hip phrases. But I'm just saying it's got to be more crass for people to understand it. And what he's saying is, what the fuck is wrong with you? You've turned DC into an absolute shit show. And hey, don't get me wrong, I can rant about the United States and the federal government going back to the Civil War and how screwed up it is. But there's a difference in the feeling of the people, each generation and the people and what they're willing to do and how much it means to me. You know, the United States means something to me, and they've ruined it in so many ways. It's been ruined in so many ways. And this guy is saying you've ruined it. You've completely screwed it up. You've totally, yeah. Well, there you go. I could ramble about it for the next 2.5 hours, but we won't do that because I've gone over on what I intended to do, just barely. All right, my name is Swamp. If you have not liked the stream, make sure you like it. Thank you for the super chats. Super chats always do the super chat jukebox. Let's see. We're going to stream on Discord. If you're not joined Discord, it's not going to be a voice chat thing. It will be something you can just go to the channel and watch what we're gonna watch here in a little bit. Before we do that, the palate cleanser. I haven't watched this one yet. I just came across it as I was starting the stream. I generally like these, and I love King of the Hill. So here's the palate cleanser, ladies and gentlemen. King of the Hill.
Picture this, folks. A charming little Texas town. A place where folks work hard, play fair, and neighbors lend a helping hand. This is Arlen, and this is the story of the Hills. Hank Hill, a man's man. He believes in a good steak, a strong handshake, and propane. Then there's Hank's wife, Peggy. She's a substitute Spanish teacher at the local high school. But don't let that fool you. Peggy's got a backbone of steel and a love for her family that runs deeper than the Arlen Aquifer. And don't forget Bobby, their teenage son. Now, Bobby wouldn't hurt a fly. He's a sensitive soul, but Bobby's got a good heart and a knack for getting himself into the darndest predicaments. Now, the Hills aren't alone in Arlen. They share their slice of Texas paradise with a cast of colorful characters, like Bill Dowtreve, a perpetually heartbroken fellow with a penchant for barbecue, and Boomhauer, a smooth-talking ladies' man whose mumbles hold a mystery all their own. Then there's the Gribble household with Nancy, and Dale, who can talk your ear off with his theories about those pesky commies. Come see the Hills navigate the ups and downs of life, with humor, heart, and a healthy dose of Texas grit. Because in Arlen, Texas, family is the most important thing, and laughter is always on the menu.
But it almost feels like it's like a sequel to Stand By Me. Like those are all the kids from Stand By Me, and they ended up being the whole cast from Rainy Street and King of the Hill. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a brief break. Here, I'll share the link in the chat for the Discord. So you can join the Discord and we can watch a movie together. So normally I would do this every Thursday, but I was beat. I went to bed early. I was in bed by about 7:30. Oh man, I was exhausted. But yeah, we'll watch maybe Judged by Matt Walsh, and then we'll watch a movie afterwards. As I keep saying, because to me, if it was me and I was listening to this, considering joining the Swamp Discord and watching this, I wouldn't want the voice chats to be on, the mics to be on. Like anyone just can talk through it. That's other times. The mics are on for different things, the hangouts and stuff. This is actually just watching. No microphones. We just watch it together. Text chat if you want to text chat. Okay. Oh, and I should start advertising it on all my streams. If you're on X, Twitter, follow Storybook Friends. I am Storybook Friends. I post comics, I guess, eat some stories. Storybook Friends. That's one I posted today. Friend gets confused. Look at that lazy POS screaming incoherent. Wow, sorry. Look at that lazy POS screaming incoherently. Get a job. The other friend. That's actually a hardworking POC who is dean of the local university. What? You get it? You get it? Haha. Anyway, follow that on X, Storybook Friends. Telling you, there's actually some funny stuff on there. And some wholesome content, you know, quoting of the Bible and such. I actually scheduled this post like 3 months ago. Just because I had to have it be for Pride Month. I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Genesis 9:13. Anyway. Join the Discord. My name is Swamp. Stay wicked, my friends. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.